weapon! I will shoot you! Drop the weapon! Put it down! Sheriff's office! Put the weapon down!
Being a cop isn't an easy job. Sometimes it's as simple as handing someone a speeding ticket or a parking ticket. At other times, the task becomes really difficult. In this video, the latter is the case. It begins when a driver is stopped by the cops for driving without a license plate. The interrogations begin on the spot, and the driver has to provide reasons for his infraction, as well as information regarding his destination.
Where were you just coming from?
I was coming from a friend's apartment to see if he wanted to come with me to drop some stuff off. He did not want to go.
What were y'all dropping off?
We were going to go pick up some lumber for like $50. He didn't want to work. That means basically work. Free work.
And you don't have your driver's license on you?
No, sir.
Man, what that does us, it keeps you out here longer. It keeps you out here longer.
Yes, sir.
And we got to verify who you are.
Yes, sir. I was going back and forth. Yes, sir.
And state law requires you to have it when we ask for it.
Yes, sir.
You smell beer in here? I smell alcohol.
Cops are trained professionals, so they know their onions. You can hide various things from the cops, but hiding drugs or alcohol from them is a different matter entirely. The questions have been building up for a while, and the cops have good reason to search the vehicle. It starts with a close-up inspection.
Because we're smelling alcohol?
So we're smelling alcohol within the vehicle, and I'm not sure if it's coming from his person or if it's just from the vehicle. Maybe he might have spilled some in it. But he's just pouring sweat right now.
Running away from the cops is never a good idea, especially when they already have you nailed close up in the first instance. A car chase is one thing, but it takes sheer guts, bravery, and in truth, a fair amount of stupidity to make a break like this one. It's 3 against 1, and it's already clear that the individual made a poor choice by choosing to make a break for it. Perhaps he genuinely thought he could make it, or maybe it was simply a drug-fueled fright and scare at play here. Whatever the case, he's certainly regretting his choices at the moment, as he takes a humbling pummeling from the officers.
Hit him again!
Take the point.
Give me your hands!
You got my hand!
You better not reach for nothing!
Please stop!
Stop!
Please stop!
Get on your face now! On your face now! On your face!
Get off me!
I got it.
In this video, the local cops are alerted to a disturbance at a bar in El Paso, Texas.
So we're dispatched to a drunk subject disturbing call at one of the bars here. There's a gentleman refusing to leave, causing a little bit of a scene. So we're gonna see if we can help get him out of here.
The prohibition against the use of drugs isn't only for the sake of health. It's also to save oneself the embarrassment and mortification that comes with causing a scene. Such is the case in this clip.
I don't know what you're on, but they don't want you here. So you need to come with us. All right. There's your bike. Just take off. It's as simple as that.
Let's go. Come on. You okay?
Now we get a clear view of the person that's been causing all the ruckus. It's normal to have folk under the influence of intoxicating substances drain themselves thoroughly after exerting all their energy, causing trouble. Now he appears calmer, curled up almost like a child. All he can manage is to make a few lazy motions. The police, keen to get started on their job, resort to the obvious course of action.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, man. I got you, man.
You're fine.
I got him. I got him.
Getting uncontrollably high is never a good idea. This individual is as high as it's possible to be, and the officers have to reevaluate their strategy.
He's obviously high on something, not sure what. Acting very paranoid, not talking at all. wasn't very threatening to us as police officers, but it was important for us to get him under control, so that way we could get him to the hospital to get some medical treatment.
In this video, the cops in North Virginia are alerted to disturbing calls regarding an individual who's causing mayhem in the neighborhood, breaking and entering, and otherwise being a nuisance. It's nighttime, and the chase begins to find the source of all the trouble.
We're currently headed to a local bar. They currently have an individual attempting to break into the bar. Appears he's armed with either an axe or a sledgehammer.
The case is more tricky than it initially appears. Reports reaching the police infer that the suspect is wearing a police jacket, none other than the county department's own official colors and badge. It's quite shocking, and an indicator that the suspect is quite bold and potentially isn't in his right mind.
Deputies on scene are reporting that guy identified himself as a police officer and then broke the front window. They're saying now it appears he is in the desert area, somewhere in the area of this bar.
The suspect is finally sighted, standing in the middle of the road, waving a stick. The officers swing into action mode, telling him to drop his weapon and surrender to the police. For a few seconds, it appears that he's not going to comply.
I got a male in the middle of the street and I'm turning around. It's probably our guy. On the side street, I just saw somebody in the middle of the road there.
He's got a weapon, one at gunpoint.
Drop you on gunpoint.
Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon! I will shoot you! Drop the weapon! Put it down! Sheriff's office! Put the weapon down!
The officers win out in the end, and the on-scene interrogation begins. The accusations and charges pour in, and the suspect denies everything blatantly. It's clear that drugs are involved in some capacity. It's either the suspect is willfully denying the obvious, or is under the influence of drugs and has lost a bit of sanity and self-awareness. It's the hospital for him first, before the pressing of criminal charges begin.
This was the weapon that he had when we pulled up. We're pretty sure that it's the same weapon that he used to break the windows and stuff.
He has that SO jacket on. That's definitely
yeah. I don't even know where he got that from.
We had a break-in with Sergeant Schaefer from detention.
Who knows what he would have found or what would have happened if he could have found somebody that, you know, he could have made contact with that pole. He could have really hurt somebody.
Cases involving physicality with the police often involve an individual trying to run away after realizing the cops have got him dead to rights. If these individuals were wiser, they'd have simply saved themselves the stress of being tackled and hauled roughly over the hard asphalt. In this video, the officers are clear on the offense.
Y'all just smoke or something? No, man, everything I ain't just smoke. I ain't smoke no, son. Did you, partner? No. Why does it smell like weed in here? Come on, bro.
David 211, David 306. You're going to see Angela with loss
Pat you down. Not an arrest or anything. I can put your name in handcuffs.
The gang unit of the Tulsa Police Department of Oklahoma is on top of things today, and it appears they've nabbed an erring gang. The first member of the gang allows himself to be handcuffed peacefully, without much in the way of protest. He's the smart one. The other member of the gang has other ideas.
Put your handcuffs, he's come off. Just go on. Y'all man, cool. We'll cut you loose. Stay right there. Get on the ground. Resisting. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hey, he's reaching for his waistband. Okay, he's got his waistband. He's reaching for... Stop! Get your hand out of your waistband. Get your hand out of your waistband.
He never stood a chance against two officers. It's hard to break away from the grip of an officer who knows his onions, and it's impossible to get away when one of them have you pinned to the ground, with the other one repeatedly slapping your face.
Oh, I got him right here. Oh, still pulling for it. Still pulling for it. Hey, hold on. Still going for it. Still going for it. Stop, please.
The struggle continues, more intense than before, and with a new, interesting development. When a suspect is pinned down in a manner that this individual has, they tend to quickly give up. When the struggle continues against the odds, it becomes somewhat suspicious.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Get up! Stop, dude.
The officers are panting heavily, as is the suspect. It's clear that the game is up, but he still continues to resist, prolonging his own ordeal. There's only one way this can end. It's a lesson to the suspects and all bystanders. Don't mess with the cops.
Is he handcuffed? In front. Okay. Have her clear the rest of it. Hold him down. Hold him. Let me get on the side. Let me get on the side. I got it. I didn't think there was any way with what way that thing was going down.
What do we do to get put on? What do we do to get put on? That's what I'm saying. You have the right to answer my question. You have the right to answer my question.